welcome back to MAPOP Sports. This is Grandy. Hopefully everybody's having a good week. Happy Hump Day, Wednesday. Grind is going, and everything is going pretty good for me this week. If you guys are just wondering, it's been a up and down. Mostly been pretty consistent sales wise and everything. So on my eBay store, that is. If this is your first time here, welcome everybody. Appreciate you guys checking out the video, checking out the channel and everything. If you're coming back, welcome back, guys. Appreciate you guys coming back for some more. I guess. I don't know. Some shit like that. All right, guys. So let's talk about things I wish I kind of knew. I just wanted to talk about that. This video was wish I kind of knew, when I kind of started doing this full time, selling sports cards. Now, if you guys don't know, I've been collecting sports cards for almost 40 years now, I think. And I never really got into selling sports cards or reselling or flipping them until recently. I would say maybe I had my eBay store since, 2012. So it's been a long time since I had the eBay store. But I really kind of got into this maybe about 4 or 5 years ago, and then I did this full time. Now I'm doing selling sports cards in my eBay store full time, almost coming up on a year here shortly. And just a few things I wish I knew or I learned, or just some tips that I'm learning. So first thing is, the biggest thing I definitely wish I knew was FOMO, fear of missing out. Don't have that. So if you're looking to sell sports card, like myself, what I learned full time or even part time, whatever the case may be, don't worry about fear of missing out, especially like that time, because this is what the thing was. I never got on the Luka Doncic train. I wish I did, and I definitely missed out. Obviously, during the whole pandemic and everything. And I actually kind of jumped in on a few things then, whether it was the Kobe Bryant rookie cards, other stuff. So I had a fear of missing out, but I definitely learned that don't worry about that so much. Things tend to work itself out. When I say that, I'm talking about value-wise, number-wise, player-wise, I definitely had that I want to say pre-pandemic, pandemic-wise, I had fear of missing out. But what I've kind of learned is that selling sports cards full-time and doing this online, I've learned to not have that of FOMO, because I feel like everything comes around. As long as I do my process right, I feel like it's going to work. It's going to work out. So don't worry about cards that are going to the moon, whatever they call it, or players who are hot right now. For instance, right now, I don't have a fear of missing out like a CJ Stroud, Victor Wembanyama, Caitlin Clark. If I come across some of their cards, great, especially when I'm buying them in lots or whatever at shows. But I'm not going out of my way to try and jump on the bandwagon because I'm afraid that it's not going to get traction on my store or people or at shows. I'm not going to get people to stop by my booth because I don't have those hot, players, I guess you can say. So that's one thing that don't worry about that too much. Obviously plan for the future, player wise and everything, but don't be chasing them, because by the time you have that FOMO, most likely those cards are kind of at their peak. So you don't want to be at the peak and losing out on revenue or value, or, in a sense, kind of shooting yourself in the foot that you overspent on specific cards. Hey, honey, welcome back. So that's the biggest thing, was don't have that fear of missing out. That is definitely something that I've come to learn and kind of grow the business and not focus on too much. So that's the biggest thing. Another one is when you're planning your business, when you're want to be successful in the sports card world, what I've realized is that you're gonna have losses. You're gonna buy certain cards, and whatever you value them at or purchase them at, you're gonna probably move them or flip them or whatever at a loss. The goal is to have more wins than losses. So that's the biggest thing when you're doing this as a living, and if you're doing this full time, is that You have to focus your business where you're going to have more wins than losses. Understand you will have losses, and it's okay to have them. Just don't have more losses than wins. That's your goal if you want to be successful in selling sports cards full time or even part time, because you're wanting to create where you're profitable versus non-profitable, guys. So that's the biggest thing, is that understand you're going to have losses. But my goal is, when I'm buying lots and everything, when I'm buying cards and everything, out of those 10, let's just say if I break it down to 10 cards or whatever, or that's kind of how I break it down. It's like if I'm buying a small lot, if I'm buying 10 cards, 6 of those better be damn profitable, and 4 of those I understand can be losses. And when I say that, that's because 60% win, 40% loss is more than 50-50. It's more than anything else. So that's how I look at it. Some people look at it a little bit different. Some people don't. But that's how I look at it, is that out of those 10 cards, if 6 of them, I better damn be well right that I think they're going to have, if I purchase them at whatever comps or less than comps, that I can be profitable on 6 of them. 4 of them, if I lose money, so be it. It is what it is, as long as I'm more on the end of profitability. So that's how I kind of look at it. Right or wrong, I don't know. Of course, it comes down to some losses are going to be bigger, some wins are going to be bigger. So that's the thing. My thoughts are, as long as you track your wins and your losses, and then if you have more wins than losses, and obviously the amount has got to be bigger than what you lose. So those are the biggest things that I think I've been really focusing on more, is that, look, I break it down to where I'm going to have more wins than losses, I will be okay. The biggest thing is then, obviously, is that for you to be sustainable as a business, you have to understand that there's going to be opportunities for you to take that will be more profitable than others. So that's the biggest thing, that when you're looking at lots, when you're buying cards to invest, whatever, or to flip or resell, or even to hold value, whatever the case may be, always try to think of it this way, is that you want to have more wins than losses. So that way you can be sustainable in the business and everything. So all in all, as I mentioned, the 2 biggest tips, in this video I really want to talk about is FOMO. Don't worry about that, guys. It all comes around in a full circle, I feel like. Don't be in a rush to buy the hot item cards currently. If it comes across, great. If it's a great deal, if it makes sense, great. If it doesn't, move on. Don't worry about it. You will come along with those cards, or they will come down in value to where, in regards to affordability, you will be able to afford those specific cards. So don't have that FOMO. And then on top of that, always try to have more wins than losses. I understand that it's easier said than done. That's the biggest thing. It's easier said than done. But focus on that. Have that as a goal. At least that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm learning, is that 60% wins, 40% whatever losses is what it is, as long as you're more profitable than non-profitable. That's the biggest thing on that. Another thing I guess you can say, if I just want to throw in there, is that the cool thing, what I've noticed, is that trades is a big component of card, I guess you can say, values, instant increases or instant purchases. When teams trade star players, whatever players, I've noticed that the increase of value of those specific cards, or the rookie cards, or just random cards, go instantly up. So that's one thing, is that if you know a trade market for a specific player, if they're asking for a trade, if they're looking to be traded, or there's a possibility a specific player is going to be traded, I'm going to look into see if I can buy more of those players' cards. I feel like the reason being is that all of a sudden you get more media, more coverage on that player, and then I've seen it in my eBay store, guys, that people will purchase guys that are, whether they just got traded, looking to get traded, possibly to get traded, and once that trade does happen, you see an influx of interest in that person's card, purchases, all that good stuff. So those are the 3 things. I guess you can definitely say I wish I kind of knew a little bit more, or I'm definitely focusing, or I'm learning more about in regards to doing this full time. So hopefully that helps you guys a little bit in regards to if you're doing this to part-time, full-time, whatever the case may be. Stay tuned this week. I might do a little bit later video today. I did get my 2 PSA submissions back, so I need to get those on the eBay store. So I'm going to do a review as soon as I can. Maybe I'll do another video today on that if I can. Also, I will do Q&A this week. I didn't get to do it last week, so I'll definitely do one at the end of this week on that. What's been selling on the eBay store, and I'm still working on my script, I guess you can say, on what I'm going to talk about in regards to Sports Cards 101 in 2024. So I'll work on that too, guys. Hopefully, if I can get that first episode or first video sometime this week on that. So other than that, if you guys like this stuff, feel free to subscribe. If you have not subscribed, I always tell everybody at the end of my videos, I still appreciate you watching the video all the way through this. Means more than you know. So other than, oh, don't forget, guys, I got these in. I ordered these stickers in. Anybody who purchased in my eBay store, if you purchased anything over $25, I'm going to be sending these stickers out along with you. So if you even buy a slab for over 25 bucks, I'm going to throw in a MAPOP sports sticker. So I got these in, super cool. The kids love it. So if you guys like that stuff, so like I said, go buy a $25 card on my eBay store, man. Other than that, hopefully you guys have a good rest of the week. Till next time, guys.